Hello there. Thank you so much for joining us. This is News Channel Nebraska. My name is Eric McKay. Let's take a look at our top headlines today. The discussion of school choice. It's been a contentious one for well over a year now and won't be over anytime soon. The group Support Our Schools say they returned over 86,000 signatures to the state capitol on Wednesday. The organization has been gathering signatures since the legislature passed LB 1402 this year. That's a law that would designate $10 million a year of state funds to private or parochial school scholarships. The law goes into effect Thursday. Support Our Schools says that law denied Nebraskans the right to vote on LB 753, a bill put in place last year that would have given tax credits to those who donated to private schools. They also say a repeal of the bill would prevent discrimination of kids by private schools.
We care about all kids. We don't get to discriminate against kids because of their learning needs or because of their family situation or because of what their zip code is or because of what their religious beliefs are. We care about kids.
The Secretary of State's office says it will take several weeks to verify all the signatures. If they're validated, the issue will appear on the general election ballot in November. The Republican National Convention has reached its final day in Milwaukee. President Donald Trump will be accepting the nomination for president, and the country will hear from him in his first speech since his assassination attempt. Ivan Rodriguez has the latest from Milwaukee.
On the penultimate night of the Republican National Convention, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance formally accepted the vice presidential nomination.
Mr. President, I will never take for granted the trust you have put in me.
While introducing himself and his life story to the world.
I grew up in Middletown, Ohio, a place that had been cast aside and forgotten by America's ruling class in Washington.
Vance attacked Joe Biden and Democratic policies, making it clear that although he was once a harsh Trump critic, he's now all in.
Now, Joe Biden has been a politician in Washington for longer than I've been alive. For half a century, he's been the champion of every major policy initiative to make America weaker and poorer.
The night's theme, Make America Strong Once Again, highlighted Trump's foreign policy priorities, featuring Gold Star families who lost loved ones during the U.S.'s chaotic withdrawal from Afghanistan.
Joe Biden owes the men and women that served in Afghanistan a debt of gratitude and an apology.
As well as families of Hamas hostages who believe Trump can bring their loved ones home.
We know he stands with the American hostages. We need our beautiful son back. And we need your support.
Tonight's theme, Make America Great Once Again, will underpin former President Trump's address as he formally accepts his nomination for president for the third time and lays out his vision for what a second Trump term will be. In Milwaukee, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
First-time applications for unemployment benefits bounced back up to a 2024 high. The federal government reports initial jobless claims last week matched their highest level of the year, an estimated 243,000. It's about 20,000 more from the prior week's total. Initial claims are considered a proxy for layoffs. Thursday's data also showed the number of continuing claims, the applications from people who've filed for unemployment for at least 1 week, was nearly 1.9 million. That's also up about 20,000 from the prior week, and it's at the highest tally since Thanksgiving of 2021. Initial and continuing claims were both slightly up in Nebraska in the latest report. Well, if you don't drive in a city, you can still get around by bus, rail, or rideshare, but public transportation is limited in rural areas. That's starting to change in some parts of Nebraska, though. Casey Wannenberg has details on the first ever north-south intercity bus route through Nebraska's midsection.
Big step down and then up the stairs.
89-year-old Martha Sigfrieda Valentine doesn't drive, but has no problem catching rides from others.
Wednesday and Thursday, it's usually car day over at the senior center.
If her family, like her daughter-in-law, isn't able to drive her,
Sometimes I have appointments.
she relies on public transportation to visit friends, buy groceries, and go to doctor appointments.
There is a lot of freedom because you can call up and say, Jason, I'd like to have the bus around 2:30. Would you please pick me up? I'm going down to the store.
Open Plains Transit, which is paid for through federal, state, and local match dollars, began its transportation service in Valentine in 2021. Riders pay $2 per trip, but recently it's been free, thanks to a grant from the Pestle Charitable Foundation.
We're looking at over 500 transports a month, and those numbers just keep going up. We've listened to the people.
This week, the service made another big announcement.
We want to announce
the first ever north-south intercity bus route through Nebraska's midsection. Starting in August, Open Plains plans to offer a route between Valentine and North Platte.
reaching access to additional medical services, shopping, regional airport connections. People can reach DIA, which means they have access to the whole world. Last but not least.
During the meeting, Siegfried also received another surprise.
We love you, Martha.
An award for raising awareness about the need for public transportation.
Actually, the bus is really a blessing.
Been a blessing for both of us. I know she's getting a ride, and she has the freedom to do that.
A freedom that some may take for granted. In Valentine, Casey Wannenberg, News Channel, Nebraska.
Post-secondary enrollment data for 2023 shows that community college enrollment increased nationwide by more than 100,000 students, and a large percentage of them were from lower-income neighborhoods. At Western Nebraska Community College, officials with the TRIO program say the number of their students who qualify for that federally funded program designed to help students with economic and other challenges has definitely increased. TRIO students have to be first-generation college students, have a household income not exceeding 150% of the federal poverty guideline, or have a disability. TRIO participants receive academic assistance, with college officials saying many benefit from the Growth Mindset program.
Instead of, I can't do it, well, you can't do it right now, sure, but you can. All those negative, immediate, oh, well, no, I can't do nursing. Well, why is that? I just can't. Well, that's not true. So let's get to the bottom of it. Let's see what that is that's keeping you from being able to be successful.
DeWitt says the ability to access tutoring any hour of the day or night, including on holidays, is huge for some of their TRIO students.
So we make sure that our students who are on the road with sports can access it while on the road. While they're doing their homework on the bus, we have the ones that are single parents in the middle of the night. That's when they're doing their homework.
About 10% of WNCC's TRIO students are single parents. That means they're eligible for the Single Parents in Network, or SPIN program. It helps them with personal, academic, and career issues. A new report released Thursday lists which states rank the best and worst for women's health, with Nebraska coming in middle of the pack. Researchers at the Commonwealth Fund collected data from various sources on healthcare quality, outcomes, and access for women in the U.S. The report showed that states in the Northeast scored the best. Massachusetts came in the top spot, followed by Vermont, Rhode Island, Connecticut, and New Hampshire. States with the lowest ratings spread across the southern half of the country. Mississippi did the worst, followed by Texas, Nevada, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. As for the Cornhusker State, Nebraska above average, ranking 21st overall, 4th among plain states. According to the report, Nebraska scored the best in preventing breast and cervical cancer deaths, but scored worst in the amount of maternity health care workers currently on the job. And students in a central Nebraska summer program spent their time designing and building products that went to market on Wednesday. Michael Shively spoke with some of the young entrepreneurs.
Sold 9 already?
Yeah.
The Kearney Community Learning Center is the after-school and summer program for Kearney Public Schools. We are at 9 of the elementaries, and we are at 1 middle school, Sunrise, who is here today. So this group is our middle schoolers that come in the summer, and they learn about entrepreneurship.
Chocolate chip, wild blueberry, and cinnamon streusel with nuts.
You're the Muffin Man?
I'm the Mini Muffin Man.
The Mini Muffin Man, all right.
I've been baking for the past year and a half now.
All right, for you, if I could just get some change.
I just like baking because It's just something relaxing for me to do. It calms me down. Here you are? You want to keep it at a good and steady price, otherwise people won't buy it. If it's too cheap, it might seem like it won't work very well. If it's too high priced, it might seem like it's too expensive for what it is. Cinnamon streusel with nuts.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
The kids get to learn about, different things about their products. If they have any questions, how would they package it? What are they selling it for? We talk about profit and loss. The students all get a budget, and then they are required to pay us back what was spent before they get their profits.
10, 11. I sold 11 of them.
Good job. I'm so proud of you.
You're gonna be proud of Malia. She baked those all by herself.
What are they?
They're dog treats. If you have more of a smaller dog, that one's for that one, and then bigger.
Perfect.
It's kind of nice because for me, I've never sold anything in my life. So right here, right now, it's probably gonna help me in the future.
I am selling a Thor's hammer and a lightning bolt burnt on wood. Everything is $5, but this is $6.
I love seeing the growth and the understanding of what it takes to be an entrepreneur, what it takes to have a product and sell it, package it, and they learn how to fail and they learn how to succeed. So it's great.
Perfect. Thanks, Bud.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
And you can stay up to date with the very latest by following us online. Head to newschannelnebraska.com. Click on the News tab there. You can also follow us on X, like us on Facebook and Instagram as well. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.